Hello, I'm Jake Graham. This is my review on the Dark Knight Trilogy from 2005 to 2012, starring Christian Bale as Batman. I think I'm giving all of these 3 Batman movies. I had trouble bending my pinky properly, so just pretend I can bend it properly, okay? So, I think all of these 3 Batman movies in the Batman trilogy are a 10 out of 10 for different reasons, each one. First, I'm going to talk about the first one, Batman Begins. I give Batman Begins a 10 out of 10 because I was legit impressed with this movie. The story, and also getting in Batman's head, and the flashbacks and everything, from the flashing back between the past and present was pretty cool, I thought. Nice touch, I like that, and I like how this feels a realistic take on Frank Miller's Batman Year One, which this movie can tell it's definitely, it has on the special features, it says it took inspiration from Frank Miller's Year One comic, and you tell that they did a good job, doing their own take on Batman's origins, telling it in a more realistic approach than even what Frank Miller did. It was Batman Year One, you know, was the Nolan take of Batman, like trying to tell him more like ground origin story, while also telling origin story of Batman, how he makes his costume and gets the skills to become Batman, and all that bullshit that we can buy into, and the fantasy, right? And they take the fantasy of all the comics and ground it to our realistic level of real world, and basically take out the fantastical elements that the Burton's Batman showed fine, I think. And for a serious take on Batman, you know. And this one's another serious take on Batman, the Nolan trilogy. I guess the whole trilogy is, but so I hear. The trilogies are supposed to be serious, realistic takes on Batman, but I felt like, personally, to me, I felt like Nolan's trilogy leaned more towards comedy as the trilogy went on than telling a coherent narrative. That's very faithful in terms of what was I going to say? I think the trilogy goes more towards comedy as the films progress. The Nolan trilogy, my only complaint with the Nolan trilogy is that it's kind of like the Lethal Weapon franchise. As the films progress after the first one, it leans more towards comedy compared to the first one. But it works in more jokes, more and more jokes, pushing the envelope jokes, and you think it also pushes as much envelope with the gratuitous violence like they did with the first 2 ones. Like the first 2 ones, what was I going to say? The first 2 sequels and last 2, I forget, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I feel like this, I forget what I was saying. Lethal Weapon franchise is like the Batman trilogy. As movies progress, each installment, they lean more towards comedy and working more and more jokes. Now, I'm not saying they lose their edge. They don't. They keep their edge, unlike the Lethal Weapon franchise, where I felt like it lost its edge once the fourth one came in. Because, you know, you bring a third character that's also supposed to bounce off the dynamic of Daniel Glover and also in what's his name? Daniel Glover, the black, not Mel Gibson actor. Daniel Glover and Mel Gibson, you know, they always are the main two characters, but then you bring a third real character, that's supposed to play another comedic relief. Comedic relief character he's supposed to play. And that would be Chris Rock. Sorry, I almost said Kid Rock. Because they both have Rock at the last name. It's confusing for me. Damn it. I got confused for a brief moment. That's my problem with Lethal Weapon 4. It lost its edge once it introduced the Chris Rock character. Now I love Chris Rock, the comedian. I think he's a fun comedian, and he's been in some good movies, I think. But I thought, you know, he shouldn't have been in Lethal Weapon 4 as a main character, more as a side character, because it's Lethal Weapon movies. We come to see, you come to see the first few Lethal Weapon movies of it's a bike cop movie. It's not a bike trio movie, you know? It's like just, but in the fourth one, they try to make it into a trio instead of making it into a duo. Like the past three. The past three made them into duos movies about these duos, cop duos. But in the fourth and last one, unless Lethal Weapon 5 is ever going to happen, which I hear on either that's a kind of a rumor, but I don't expect that happening. I don't know. No think it's going. I don't know what's going to happen because I didn't think Beverly Hills Cop 4 would happen, but maybe Lethal Weapon 5 will happen. Who knows? Beverly Hills Cop got a fourth movie straight to Netflix, made for Netflix movie, starring Eddie Murphy reprising his role. So, I think strange movies so strange things happen now, thanks to the internet. Maybe one day I can make money off of this YouTube channel and it can be a success, and maybe that strange thing can ever happen one of these days. If I ever, yeah, that'd be nice. Where was I? Batman Trilogy. I was trying to figure what was this has to do with Lethal Weapons, where I was going to go and stuff. Oh yeah, the Batman trilogy with Christian Nolan, I feel like is like the Lethal Weapon movie. Problem is with all of the four Lethal Weapon movies, how each one goes more and more towards comedy. They never lose their edge, the Nolan Batman trilogy. That's not, so luckily they ended it. I'm glad that Nolan ended it with the third one and kept me wanting more content. But that's kind of what I like about it, you know? With the third one, even though I feel like more Batman, if Nolan did ever want to do a fourth Batman movie with just Batman, I don't think it would be a bad idea. I think I would see it. Especially with it's like, it's with the gun, especially with like this, especially with like the way DC is with the gun verse, and Not looking forward to seeing anything from the Gunverse. Was to do new DC reboot. Let's point that out there. I don't want to see anything right now. I haven't seen all the promotions I've seen from his stuff with Superman has not got me hype, but it's the opposite of hype. So, like, I feel one of my worry ones that I don't want to see. It doesn't feel like it's like anything he's doing anything new with Superman. It just feels like he's copying other people's ideas from Superman, past great Superman, like all the great Christopher Reeve Superman in movies, and Brenda Ralph, Superman Returns, and even Henry Cavill's, based off the trailers. It doesn't feel like he has a voice of his own. It's like this pretty uninspiring, the trailer feels like, for James Gunn's version. I mean, I do have mixed feelings about his Guardians. Like, I like his Guardians trilogy, but, I was kind of afraid that Gunn was going to put mostly humor in the trailer, but, he didn't put really any humor in the trailer, but, the first Superman trailer I saw for the Superman movie, but, I know I'm falling off topic, yeah? But I'm getting back on topic, okay? Just stay with me, okay? But the point is, I didn't want Gunn to do the same thing he did with guys like Trilogy, like nothing but jokes. But I didn't want him to not do anything original. Voice of his own. I would like to still have him have a voice of his own with Superman, but not treat it like it's the Guardians movie, because, Superman's supposed to be a hopeful character. He's not supposed to be an asshole, and I'm worried that the Superman was going to be an asshole in the trailer, or kind of an idiot. But like he's like how he likes to do with Star Wars. He's an asshole, but he's an idiot too. But he makes up with his rogue deeds, So I was worried that he was going to make Superman like that, based off the Superman trope for his version of Superman. Maybe he's hiding that for the final product, but only time will tell. But I will see it once it comes out of theaters and straight to streaming for one of the free streaming service. You don't have to pay for the movie. If one of the streaming services where you don't have to actually purchase, but you go to just watch the movie out with like Disney Plus, maybe how Amazon streaming stuff, right? You get to click on prices and stuff. It's a bit of a hassle because I think it is. I mean, it's confusing me. Anyway, so I plan on seeing the Superman movie when it comes to streaming apps once it comes out theaters, or if it comes out to streaming theaters, comes into something like Disney Plus early when it's still in theaters, I'll probably check it out, or on Disney Plus or something like that, like Hulu Plus, one of those services, Anyway, so I think I love the Batman trilogy. The first Batman movie, Batman Begins from 2005. I give it a 10 out of 10 because I was really blown away by that movie, okay? Very much, in every way. And I like Batman sequels to Batman Begins as giving them sequels a 10 out of 10, but for different reasons. I mean, I have problems with them, is what I mean to say. Is why I'm giving. I mean, I like them, but I have problems with them. Okay, I find them a great movie, okay? The sequels, I really like the sequels to Batman Begins, but I find I have problems with them. Like, I thought it was kind of confusing how the cop's legal name is actually Robin in the end of Batman Begins third installment called The Dark Knight Rises from 2012. Name the cop that helps Batman out on to help him get control of the city and free the people of Gotham and save Gotham from a nuclear bomb and fakes his death, only to reveal that he's still in, because he actually revealed that he fixed the autopilot. Lucius figure out like Bruce fixed the autopilot. So figure out that, put two and two together, that Bruce someone else is still alive and faked his death. Explaining the content of the end of the movie, that I thought was a cool twist. It made sense. I like that ending. But I thought it was kind of confusing that Robin's name was the name of the first name of the legal name of the cop. I thought it was kind of confusing and stupid, and think he should have been anything else other than the name Robin. I was a little stupid. I mean, why? What's the point of it? I don't know. I think that felt like a really stupid in the story, you know? Also, I didn't like how Batman's voice changed after Batman Begins and continued to get worse with each sequel. I thought he spoke way overdid it with the rasp voice in The Dark Knight 2008 and The Dark Knight sequel 2012. Till The Dark Knight Rises. I thought he overdid it with the raspy voice the last two times. It was fine. He should have kept the same rasp with the Batman Begins. I like the rasp he took with Batman Begins voice, but I didn't like his voice in the sequel for some reason. I don't know why. It was obnoxious, I guess. His voice in the sequels. To me, it was obnoxious like Steve Urkel's voice more than. You know, Steve Urkel from Family Matters show. Anyone's watched that show back in the day, Family Matters? I don't know how many people remember that show on the internet. I don't know. Anyway, so, that was why I seen with Christian Bale's voice in the Batman sequels to Batman Begins. And it gets obnoxious, really obnoxious. More than Steve Urkel's voice. Also doesn't help that this, the sequel to Batman Begins goes out of his way to make Batman like an incompetent buffoon. And financially bankrupt the character. Because he's incompetent as a CEO, and he's been running the company's money dry with his, was financing Batman through his financing, and he's wasting all his crime-fighting gadgets and stuff. And makes him shows how incompetent of a CEO he is, to the point he has to let go from his own company. And Alfred leaves him forever in the third installment. And the seeds were planted in the 2008 connection of him losing money since he's become the CEO, and that's becoming the dilemma. But was quickly only mentioned, but very little went with it. That plot element, because we had to make room for the Joker, played by Heath fucking Ledger. Now the Joker is also a hit or break for the movie for me. I am split on how I feel like how the Joker is used in this movie, because I feel like on something I feel like one hand I feel like they got to him too early in the movie. I feel like they revealed him way too early on. But on the other hand, I felt like he wasn't in the movie enough. And they didn't do enough with him, because I feel like this movie was originally meant to be a heavily horror movie, but got edited down by the studios, or for some reason, edited down, and it got PG-13 censored. It feels like one of those movies. Like Venom with Tom Hardy. The 2018 one. Is what it feels like. It feels like one of those movies that weren't meant to be a PG-13 movies, but got PG-13 and released anyway. Sort of like how Batman v Superman, you know how that movie got PG-13 released, the theatrical cut, but the R-rated cut is the ultimate cut of Batman v Superman? And when you see the R-rated cut, so there's even more violence, but in the long run time, but more plot holes are answered, and also some of the violence are more serious, more go on for longer. Was like some of the violence with the action scenes, like the House of Batman scene. The action scene goes on longer in the ultimate cut. And we see how ruthless Batman is. This version of Batman played by Ben Affleck, which I'm just saying he's my favorite Batman next to Kevin Conroy. Batman. Portrayal on Batman, to play Batman. And I'm pissed we didn't got more with a solo Batman movie with him, because that would have made me happy. But I can't get nice things, can I? No, yes, it's possible. So, however, anyway, so I was talking about the Dark Knight trilogy, right? Right, where I was going with this. Okay, so I do still love Batman in the Batman trilogy. How the trilogy still remains likable and a menacing threat, but as Batman, but he's kind of incompetent as Bruce Wayne. CEO as Bruce Wayne, because he becomes financially bankrupt in the plot of the movie by the third one. And gets cut from his company. He gets replaced with the new CEO that was in favor, picked by him. And then we find out that that CEO is Talia Raz Al Ghul, pronounced in the content of Batman Returns. I mean, the Dark Knight Returns 2012 movie. We find out at the end that is behind the brains behind everything, and Bane the whole time was never the main threat. He was a henchman, and posing as the one in charge when he's just the muscle. But he still wants to kill Batman because he knows that he's just too much trouble, even once Talia reveals herself into order to let Batman live so he can see the city fall. And yada, yada. That villain bullshit is what she wants. But Bane knows that he's trouble and knows that he can't let him live. He's just going to have to imagine that they're all going to die. Well, they all die. In Felicity is going to see it happen when he kills him. But he's saved by Selina Kyle, who in this content is referred to as a cat burglar, but not Catwoman at any point in the movie. Anyway. I had a problem with them not using the Catwoman name. That was kind of dumb. And I had a problem with them actually having Bane a henchman. I thought it was kind of dumb. And instead of being the brains behind everything, it kind of waters down the character to Batman and Robin level standards of dumb by watering down Bane that dumb level. The same standards of Batman and Robin level of dumb. Watered down this version of Bane. Because it can't just make him the smart guy and also the brawn guy. Like he's supposed to be in the comics. We can't have nice things of we can't. We're going to have a good portrayal on Bane that feels justified to be called Bane. And they actually do call him Bane in the movie. So they went for a different look and they changed his also his race. Instead of he's white, instead of him he's white, played by a white guy actor. I mean. And it changes history from more realistic took in for Tom Hardy's Bane and blah blah blah, and he's not really doesn't have much of a back outside of trying to save Talia when she was a kid from being murdered during the prison break, blah blah blah. It was explained in the movie in 2012 Dark Knight movie sequel to The Dark Knight. And that's why I give all 3 Batman movies with Christian Bale a 10 out of 10. Even though I have problems with them. Sequels. But the first one really impressed me mostly. Most of it. Although the only one problem I had was the sequel the first one that led kind of connected to the sequels, and is that Batman raised the League of Assassins died, and I mean this because of revenge. Because he killed his parents. I mean, I thought he was going to take his revenge on Falcone back when he thought he killed his parents, but instead he decided to let Falcone live. So you would think that he would let Race live, but I guess he just wants to let him die because of revenge. And also, he uses and this comes to bite him back in the ass later in the 3rd installment to Batman Begins from 2012, The Dark Knight Rises. Because Talia wants Batman because it wants Batman to see a city fall alive when he's alive, and see him fail because she wants revenge for her father. Death because he killed Batman. Technically, they killed because she explained the plot of Batman. 3rd installment of Batman Begins that Batman killed Talia's father, and that's why she wants Batman to suffer, like she suffered when she felt the loss of her father when he feels the loss of everyone in Gotham City with the nuclear bomb. Well, luckily Batman has the help from Catwoman and Gordon, and he reveals himself to Gordon, saying that it reveals a secret to Gordon about him being Bruce Wayne, and telling him about a little story about about being a hero, and kind of basically mentioning a moment when he was a kid that he wore the Gordon's coat. And that's when he pulls together that Bruce Wayne is Batman. And finds out that Batman's still alive after figure out he fixed the bats and the all honored Batman and made a mummy out of him, the city of the hero of Gotham. But Batman's work's not done. I love how this movie wraps up how Batman's work's not done, and he rebuilt the bat signal and rebuilt the autopilot after the bat signal was destroyed in the events of the end of Batman The Dark Knight 2008. It finally gets rebuilt by Batman himself. It's just kind of explaining the opening montage of the ending montage of this movie. But then we find where Batman's been, and the entire time he's on a date with Selena Kyle, and Alfred sees that he's on a date with Selena Kyle, and he's very happy for him. But and I love how the movie ends showing that Batman's work is never ever really done, and I love how it shows Batman bringing a new ally and on his secret, and the officer that was named Robin for some weird legal reason, that's his legal first name, and bringing on the Batman secret of the Batcave, and then allowed access to the Batcave. This is after earlier on in the movie how Joan Gorfalev character finds out, figure out this can tell by the face that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same people, because he saw the miserable look on his face. The look on he's seen the real face that Batman gives off when he's trying to when he's in Bat, he sees the look on Batman's face and recognize that Batman's is Bruce Wayne. When Bruce Wayne is sometime in the kid's childhood, you figure out Bruce Wayne and Batman are the same people when he was growing up in the orphanage, explaining the movie. And he explains that to Batman when he's asked Batman for help and come out of retirement. He's asking for him to come out of retirement. And the world needs Batman, I guess. Yeah, so because of Bane has caused trouble for Gordon and stuff. So Batman's comes out every time free, and I like all this cool ideas, although I'm a little confused how when Batman became crippled with his knee, I guess it was, I mean, it must have been sometime during after the fall. Because he was kind of limping in the end of Batman The Dark Knight, right? Or he was still running off fine enough, but I just thought it looked to me like he was kind of limping a little at the end of The Dark Knight movie due to the fall. But and he's been having a crippled knee for how many years between the events of Dark Knight and Batman and The Dark Knight Rises. I don't know when he exactly. I don't know. I mean, and I guess he retired after the Dark Knight event. So, but he wasn't crippled at the end of the Dark Knight, was he? I'm confused. Did I miss something in the Dark Knight movie? Though that was a little confusing for me. That he's not crippled and then needs this. He needs basically this kind of a knee brace tool that kind of pulls his knee together it holds it together. The thing in his knee, and it's a mechanical, and it helps him get back make him feel strong again. It was this mechanical knee brace tool that Lucius built for him if he wants to grind fight. So he thinks he can grind fight again with my knee brace tool. So because of how strong he feels, I guess Christian Bale's man still feels like he wants to still do it. So because he feels like he's needed. I explained the movie, the third Batman movie. I enjoyed it, but also I didn't understand. I also, I thought it was kind of stupid of, a waste of time, of the audience time, of kind of stupid how Alfred this thought would be good at just burnt Rachel's letter. And I also thought it was kind of confusing, a waste of time how Alfred kind of thought he would stop being Batman if he just leaves him forever, and as this didn't get, but that didn't stop him from being a Batman. He'd still be Batman. But Alfred is this fucking retard in the sequels of Batman Return, of the Batman Begins sequels. Come to think of it. He's a more retard than Ernest from Ernest Scares Stupid in the Ernest movies. All of them. He's a bigger idiot than Billy Madison from Billy Madison movie in the Batman sequel. He's a bigger idiot than Happy Gilmore from the Happy Gilmore movie, played by Adam Sandler. And he was supposed to be a drug kind of a buffoon and sucking a golf, but Alfred's supposed to be like this wise father figure in the first Batman movie. He kind of is, but in the sequels, he's the one. He just makes dumb decisions in the sequel. This group goes out of the way making dumb decisions, and it's like the Vicky Vale Alfred that interact with Vicky Vale and let Vicky Vale into the Batcave. Okay, that wasn't as much of a fucking retard decision as many decisions of this Alfred has made since he's become Batman. And the thing is, Alfred's supposed to be this faithful person with Batman, and Michael Caine's Alfred is anything but faithful or a father figure to Batman. He's kind of just this arrogant retard that thinks he cares about Bruce. Or thinks he knows the best, and thinks he knows the best, and thinks he knows Bruce so well, because she doesn't. At all. The sequels have shown that he knows anything. He doesn't know Bruce at all. My favorite Alfred is played by Jeremy Irons in live action for Alfreds. Just putting out there, I think my favorite Alfred is Jeremy Irons Alfred. But you only got 2 movies with this fucking Alfred. Fuck me. And no standalone Batman movie with his Alfred. Was Ben Affleck's Batman. I miss Ben Affleck's Batman. Anyway, I like this Batman trilogy enough to give them a flawed masterpiece rating. Still giving them a 10 out of 10. They're a flawed masterpiece, the sequels to Batman Begins. And that's why I give all of them a 10 out of 10. I'm a little thirsty, I think. My mouth's dry, I think. I'm going to wrap up this video now and stop this video now, my audience. Okay, good night. Subscribe to grow my subscribers. Hit the bell. Hit the subscribe button to grow my subscribers. Hit the subscribe button to grow my subscribers. Hit my subscribe button to grow my subscribers, and hit the comment section below to let me know what you thought of this video. And hit thumbs up to let me know what you thought of this video and that you liked it. Okay? Like this video and hit the like button. Let me know what you thought of this video. If it was too long for you to how much you enjoyed this video. This review is this. I'm curious what people think of this review of mine. And like this video too, if you liked it. Okay, subscribe to grow my subscribers. And goodbye. Good night, my audience. That's my review on the Dark Knight Trilogy. And why I give it a 10 out of 10. Goodbye.